Let's take this back to medium point. Let's bring this here. Let's switch to material view by pressing Z on our keyboard. So I'm going to start with the walls. Go to material properties, add a new material. Let's add a material to our fridge. Let's increase the metallic to 0.259 and let's reduce the roughness to 0.318. So let's name this fridge. So we're going to select our fridge cover. Let's apply the same material to it. Then let's select our fridge handle and let's create a new material to it. Let's add a new material. So I'm going to use a gold color for this. So let's increase the metallic a little bit and let's reduce the roughness. So I'm going to select these handles. Let's apply the same material. First, let's name this fridge handle. Let's select this handle and let's apply the same material to it. Same for this. Select this handle. Let's apply the same material to it. Let's select our kitchen cabinet. Let's add a new material to this. Okay, let's change the color of this handle. So I'm going to be using hex code for this so that you can copy that. Okay, I think this is much brighter. Let's select our kitchen cabinet and let's add a material. Let's increase the metallic to 0.205 and let's reduce the roughness to 0.159. So I'm going to add the same material here. I'm going to apply the same material here. But before then, let's name this gold kitchen cabinet. So let's select this upper cabinet and let's apply the same material to it. Let's select our gas cooker and let's apply the same material to it as well. Let's select our cabinet doors. Let's create a new material for them. So I'm going to select this. Let's add a new material. So let's name this cabinet door. So I'm going to apply the same material to all of them. Let's select our kitchen cabinet door and apply the same material to all of them. Same for the upper cabinet. Let's select this and let's add a black material to it. So let's make this a little bit metallic and let's reduce the roughness a little bit. So I'm going to select this. Let's add a material to this. I'm going to make this dark a little bit. Let's reduce the roughness a little bit. So let's select this and let's add a new material to it. So I'm going to give this a cream color. Let's select this and let's apply the same black material to this. So let's select this black material and let's name this black. So I'm going to apply the same black material to it. So let's select our oven. So I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to select this. In face mode, I'm going to select this. Let's add a new material to this and assign. So I'm going to change this to animation. We can give this light orange and let's increase the power a little bit. Let's add a new material to this. So let's make this metallic a little bit and let's reduce the roughness. Let's select our burner and let's add the same black material to it. So I'm going to select our pot. Let's give this a pink material. Let's select the handle. Let's give this a black material. So let's name this port handle. So let's select this too. Let's select this and let's apply the same material to it. So I'm going to select this and let's give this the same black material. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's go to the side view. Let's turn on X-ray mode. Let's select these faces right here. I think I prefer to work from this angle. So let's bring this out. Snap camera to view. Okay, let's select this. Let's tab out of edit mode. So let's name this ports. So let's select the cover and tab into edit mode. Let's apply the same port material to it. Let's add a new material to this and assign. Then let's add the same port material to this and let's tab out of edit mode. So I'm going to do the same thing for this small one. So I'm going to give this the same port material. Same with this. I'm going to give this a black material and let's select this. Let's go to front view. Let's tab into edit mode. So I'm going to select these faces right here. Let's add a new material and assign. So let's give this the same port material. So I'm going to select this pink. Let's make this a little bit metallic and let's reduce the roughness a little bit. Then let's select our frying pan and let's give this a black color. So I'm going to name this frying pan, or let's just name this pan. Let's give this a black color. So I'm going to make this metallic. I'm going to increase the metallic and reduce the roughness. I'm going to add the same black material to this, different from the pan material. So let's select our burner and let's add the same black material to it. Let's select our egg and let's add a new material to it. I'm going to give this a cream color. And let's select our egg yolk and let's add a material to it. So we can just give this a light orange. Okay, let's select our roller and let's add a material to it. And let's select our chopping board and let's apply the same material to it. Let's select our glass and let's add a new material to it. But we can just give this a glass material. So I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the color a little bit. Let's reduce the roughness. So I'm going to select this. Let's apply the same material to it. So I'm going to name this glass. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to apply the same glass material to it. Select this, apply the same glass material to it. Let's go to front view. Let's select this and tab into edit mode. So I'm going to select these faces right here, add a new material and assign. So let's make this a little bit darker. So we can just name this cover. Let's select our spoons. First, let's select this handle and let's give this a black material. So I'm going to do the same for this. Let's give this a black material. Let's give this a color. This and let's give this a black color. So I'm going to select all this. Let's bring this down a little bit. So let's change this color. Let's make this darker. Let's change the color. Okay, so I'm going to select the tires and I'm going to give this a white color. Let's make this white and let's reduce the roughness and increase the metallic. So I'm going to name this wall tiles. Let's select the second tiles. If you notice, you will see it. This one is shiny and these ones are not shiny, meaning that we have not added any material to them. So I'm going to apply the same wall tiles to them. Okay, let's do the same for this one. Let's apply the same wall tiles to them. Let's select this and this. Let's tab into edit mode. So I'm going to select everything. Let's press A and let's extrude, E to extrude. Let's make this, let's give it some thickness. Then let's tab out of edit mode. Let's add a glass material to this. Let's change this to glass and let's reduce the roughness to 0.001 and let's reduce this. So I'm going to name this glass. So let's apply the same glass cabinet to this. Let's go to our window. So I'm going to apply the same material to our window. I'm going to apply the same cabinet material to our window. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select these faces right here. Let's add a new material and assign. So let's give this a glass material. So I'm going to reduce the roughness to 0.001. Okay, just to make this transparent. So let's tab out of edit mode. Let's select this cabinet door and let's hide it for now. Let's select this cabinet door. Let's hide it for now. Let's hide everything for now. So I'm going to select this plate right here and add a new material to this. I'm going to give this a very light pink material. I'm going to give this a very white material. Or we can just make it creamy. I'm going to give this a cream material. Let's make this metallic a little bit. And let's reduce the roughness. So let's select this and let's give this a glass material. First, let's name this plate 01. This one, let's name it plate 02. So let's select this and let's add a glass material to it. Let's make this slightly ash and let's reduce the roughness. Let's select this. Let's add a different glass material to it. So let's make this black and let's reduce the roughness. So I'm going to name this plate 03 and this plate 04. So let's select this and let's add the same plate 03 to it and let's give this the same plate 04. So let's add the same material to this. So I'm going to apply the same glass material to this, the same glass one material to this and this. Okay, let's then apply the same glass material. Let's give this the same plate material, plate 04 material. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select these faces. Make sure you're on face mode. Then let's add a new material and assign. We can just reduce this a little bit. So let's tab out of edit mode. Let's select this and let's tab into edit mode. Let's select this cover and let's add a new material and assign. Then let's add the same bottle cover to it. Same for this and the rest of them. Let's add a new material to our sink. Let's add a material to this. Let's make this a little bit creamy. Let's reduce the roughness and let's make this metallic. For our tiles, so let's add the same material. Let's give this a pink material for our tiles. So I'm going to select this ground tiles right here. Let's add a material. Remember we added a material to some faces. Let's bring this up a little bit. I'm going to select this one and let's bring this up a little bit so we can reduce the roughness a little bit. Let's select this one and let's reduce the roughness a little bit. I'm going to delete this, X to delete. I don't think we need that. Let's give a color to this. So let's tab into edit mode. I'm going to select these faces, L to select. Let's go to top view and let's select these faces, holding shift. I'm going to give this a pink material. So I'm going to use a hex code. So you copy that. Let's tab out of edit mode. Okay, I think this is not bad. We can change the color a little bit. So let's select this and let's reduce the roughness a little bit. Okay, I think this is not looking bad. Let's add materials to our chairs, our dining chairs. So, okay, let's select our mats. I'm going to change the hex code. Okay, I think this looks much better. So let's name this chair. Let's select this and let's name this chair. So let's select this and let's apply the same material to it. Let's select our table and let's add a new material to it. Let's make this slightly cream and let's increase the brightness. So for our plates, first I'm going to select our cup and add a new material to it. I'm going to give this a glass material. Let's make this dark and let's reduce the roughness. So I'm going to name this glass cup. So I'm going to apply the same materials to all of them, the same glass materials to all of them. So let's select our plates and let's add a new material to them. Let's reduce the roughness and let's make this metallic. So let's name this plate 05. So I'm going to select this and add the same materials to them, the same plate 05 materials to them. So let's select our drink and let's apply the same glass material to it. Let's apply the same plate 05 to this. So I'm going to select our pancake. Let's add a material to it. Let's make this darker a little bit. Same for our sausage. Let's add a material to it. So I'm going to name this pancake. So let's apply the same materials to this. So let's select this and let's add the same sausage material to it. Same applies to all of them. If you notice, we already have material for our egg because we use Alt D to duplicate. That's why we have the same material right here. And the same material for our plates because we use Alt D to duplicate them. Same with our cup because we use Alt D to duplicate them. That's why we have the same materials for all of them. So let's select this our kitchen sink and let's bring it out a little bit. Okay, I think we are done here. Let's bring back our hidden objects. So one more thing, I'm going to add emission to this. Let's select this and tap into edit mode. So I'm going to add emission to this. Let's assign and let's add emission. You can just make this slightly cream, increase the strength a little bit. Okay, I think we are done here. Let's step out of edit mode. If you are using Eevee, make sure you turn on ambient conclusion and bloom. Then let's turn on this. If you are using Eevee, let's go to material properties and let's change this to alpha blend and let's turn on this. Okay, if you notice, this is transparent. We can make this a little bit darker. So let's select our glass and let's do the same. Let's change this to alpha blend and let's turn on this and let's change this to alpha hash. Okay, if you notice, it's already transparent. You can see through from the window. Okay, I think this is beautiful and I like it. So let's go to rendered view. So I'm going to switch to rendered view right here. So let's add light to our scene. First, I'm going to place my cursor right here, shift right click, shift A to add a plane. Let's rotate this 90 degrees in the Y axis. And let's scale this in. Let's go to edit mode. Then let's go to the side. Let's go to edge select. Let's select this edge right here and let's pull this out a little bit. So I'm going to shift this. Let's move this up a little bit. Then let's give this a color. So I'm going to give this a green color. Then let's type into edit mode. Let's select this and let's add a new material to it. Let's give this a yellow color. And let's select this. Let's add a new material and assign. So I'm going to place my cursor right here to add a plane. Let's rotate this 90 degrees in the y-axis. Let's scale this in a little bit to the size of our window. Let's scale this in the z-axis. Let's go to the side and let's move this out a little bit. So I'm going to add an emission to this. Let's add a material. Let's add an emission to this. Let's increase the brightness. So I'm going to name this backlight. Let's place our cursor toward origin. Shift S to place cursor towards origin. Shift A to add a light. Let's add an area light to this. Then let's increase the power to 300. Let's bring that up. Then I'm going to duplicate this, Shift D to duplicate, and let's scale that in. Let's reduce the power to 10 and let's reduce the size to 1, or we can just make it 2. Then let's keep this right here at the side. We can rotate this a little bit. So I'm going to place my cursor right here and let's add a sunlight to this. Let's bring this out and let's rotate. So let's change the color. I'm going to use a hex code for this. So let's increase the power to 10. Let's scale this out. Then let's switch from EV to cycles. So I'm going to select this area light right here. Let's increase this to 500. Let's turn off X-ray mode and let's select this. Let's make this white. Let's make our glasses white. So guys, so this is how it's looking in material view and this is how it's looking in cycles render, in rendered view. Alright guys, we're going to render this. So I'm going to go to cycles render properties. Let's turn off this noise threshold. Let's reduce these samples to 128 and let's turn on the noise. Let's turn on simplify. So we're going to render this in cycles to see how it's looking. So let's change this CPU to GPU. Let's increase this to 500. Let's select our area lights. Let's reduce this to 400. So let's render our image. So I'm going to go to render and render image. So guys, our image has rendered. If you like this tutorial and find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials like this. Hope to see you in my next video.